In today's video, we're going to be working with a student. Brandon is an aspiring professional player. He was sent to me and referred to me from another instructor who wanted my advice on how he was better using the ground, how could he get more speed. So he specifically wanted to come check out his trace with the body track. The instructor, we had a conversation about how much rotation he was able to generate, both the backswing and the downswing direction. So he was asking for my opinion, using the technology to see what we could do. So that's what I knew. What you're going to see is the whole lesson and what we were able to do. And the first time I'm actually meeting him as we start this off. So hopefully you enjoy the video. Again, if you want to see more, we'll have more live lessons coming up in the future. Make sure you click the subscribe button down below. And if you have any questions about the video, anything that you like, please make sure you comment down below. I'd love to answer them for you and help you out. I know it's nice. So we look at it here. So you can see this is your trace up here. You know how you're moving as you go through. You know, obviously it's a very, very good swing. So we're going to just pay attention to a couple things that we can do as far as getting you to generate a little bit of power here. So you can see as it waggles back. So let's get you back, which is fine. So just get you to the swing, actually. Yeah, it's just to give you a little reference point, because some of the stuff we look at is we look at heel toe, we look at, you know, again, wind shift is happening. So, you know, for you, let's just see what we get as we go through. So, you know, set up pretty good, 50-50-ish on your heel toe, so that's fine. A little bit on the trail side, which isn't too bad actually, so that's okay. So as you go back and we watch, you're going to early shift into your back foot there, get to about 80. And then let's see what we do. So one thing we're going to notice, like you had said already, is as we go through, yeah, we would like to get a little bit more of that rotation. What that's going to do is if you get a little bit more through that, it's going to keep you. What's your miss?
Like a little right.
Little right.
It so it kind of starts a little right and falls right.
Okay. So just kind of weak out there.
Yeah.
So as we look at this, what I would like to see for you is, as you look at your trace, there's two things I would point out. One, we would like to see you move off of that line a little bit more, where like, all right, so you're coming back. I would like to feel like you press into your trail foot a little more. Yeah. Let's just start the train. Let's start the chain here a little bit faster. What that's going to do, because this is something I think TJ pointed out to me, but what I'm seeing is just, you know, your amount of turn in your backswing. I don't know. It doesn't seem like he thought you maybe could get a little more. Does that seem right? Yeah. So if you want to get turn, what your footwork does is give you kind of some of those things that you see, you know, otherwise, right? Like, so if you see like turn, that comes from your ability to use the ground. Okay, so if I push, my body can turn. All right. Now, if you want to generate more and more power, right? Exactly what you're doing there. So if I want to generate more power, what we would look at is, all right, I need to be able to then start moving to the front foot and also have that much power and get some push. So what we would like to see is kind of three things as far as your footwork goes. One, as you start your backswing, a lot more press. You do good, I just want more, okay? I want more. You might feel like you sway or something like that, that's okay, all right? But we wanna see if we can get more of that. And then from there, we wanna see as you transition, we want to see you start shifting it earlier. You kind of said that's where you struggle with, right? So we want to get you feeling like you can press a little bit and then explode with that front foot. Because where's power coming from? Again, it's coming from up through the ground, so you're going to be able to push. So we want to get you both sides. When you go back, let's press on the way through, and let's get you working your way, right? That's, yeah, exactly. Not a slide. Yep, and so what that's going to feel like as you do it, you're going to feel like you push back away from you, so like back towards the wall back there. Okay, so that's what we would like to see. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's take it to the top of the backswing. Let's see what we get there. Okay. Okay, good. Can you give me a little more there?
Going back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
back and
No, just push more. Push
weight.
more. Yep. Beautiful. Yeah, that was about 88 there. So 88%. All right. So we had like we barely got to 80 before. That was 88%. We like that. Okay. Go ahead, do it again. Awesome. Awesome. Do it again one more time. And so,
Definitely feel the difference.
oh yeah,
I've never-
this is why you see guys do like deadlifts and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead, do it again one more time. Press. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, it's like you're sitting into that,
It's just like, hey, you're using
your glutes and stuff, right? Oh yeah, that's where they say like you want power. It's legs, glutes, core, all that. So there it is. Cool. So when you bring it back then, all right, let's just go ahead. Let's try hit one like that, and we'll go from there. Beautiful. How's that feel?
like strangely more powerful, but I can't really
Explain it.
explain it.
Yeah, and you didn't, I don't know if you caught it all, but
No, and like I swung it hard. It just
yeah.
like
Beautiful.
I had no choice but to use more of the back leg. Now I have to move off of it more.
Mm-hmm.
It's not more just like
And it's going to look weird. It's going to look weird when we look at it. It's not going to look very different, but you just feel it. This is where this stuff comes in. It's like, all right, the more we look at it, it's like, oh, I just feel it.
yeah.
I feel what's going on.
It just feels more like I don't want to say I'm sitting on my back leg, but like there's so much weight and pressure on it. Good
Yep.
that I just didn't have that before.
Right, right. Yep, like it. Oh yeah. Good. Good. And we'll work on the way through in a sec. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to feel it.
It's back there. I like it though.
Yeah, good. Yeah, hopefully you just feel energy storing up. Like it. I like that a lot.
Still feel it.
We'll work on that. We'll work on that part in a sec.
It's all new still, so.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Good.
Because the other thing I've noticed with the minimal amount I use it,
Mm-hmm.
like I'll finish what feels like a good swing normally, and it's like I'm almost here.
Yeah.
Just kind of see it. It's like I'm like tilted away from it versus like in a strong position
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah, and tilting away is not the worst, but again, it depends on how you do it. So, but where we go now is go ahead, just no ball. Let's take a setup here. So, okay, so you start this off by getting the this thing to start flowing. So as you go back again, you're gonna sit into that right side. Awesome. That got to about 86, 87 there. All right. So from there, what we would like to see is go ahead and do it again one more time. So as you sit, and we're sitting real early, go, freeze. From here, I want you to feel like you keep your bend and just start doing the same thing on the left side. There you go. So it's just push on the left.
Okay.
And so that's going to start you down. From here, it's push up and away from the ball. There you go. So what we're looking for, you see this little tracing line here? What we're looking for is thing, that TJ kind of told me in seeing your numbers was you didn't get enough turn in the back. I'd be interested to see what you get to now. We'll check that out. I just checked what you get on the way through. He also said you didn't get enough turn on the way through. He was saying, kind of average and impact as far as being open was about 15 degrees, which is not a lot. So we definitely want that more. You're at 31 now.
31.
Yeah, so mid 30s is good. So you're doing good. And again, we just did that. We attacked that through how you're working the ground. So we said, going into your backswing, before you were getting only barely getting into 80. Okay, now you're getting there to 89. What I like too is, for someone that's trying to get some power, we always talk about chaos a little bit. Like you want a little bit of chaos, and so this little white ball, I like for people that have power. This thing starts going back and forth. Like you see these long drive guys, oof, that thing's moving. It's moving just because, and again, it's the difference between, it's not swaying, it's just how you move your feet, right? So that's the big thing that people get confused. You haven't swayed at all. But we are seeing you turn now. Look here at the top. I mean, your shoulder turn, yeah, you're like, that's like there, right?
I haven't even tried to, I haven't thought about my back since I
No,
was younger.
no. So that's where, and you said you go to the chiropractor. Like, is it for a back issue, or?
Yeah, lower back, but we've managed it like incredibly.
Yeah, it should help you with this too, actually, because if you get more turned through, you're going to finish less in that type. That's where back
That
pain
was what
is.
I was going to ask if you had any knowledge on that, because I know there's certain swing faults or like the way you attack a ball.
Yep.
It's
So,
going to put pressure in unwanted areas.
well, when you get through now, as you start to rotate through, so again, kind of what I was talking about is I like to see this thing move a little more linearly here, just kind of going across and almost maybe even like hooking like it's doing there. That's what we like to see. That's going to let your body rotate through, spine straight up and down. There you go. Not as much.
Awkward.
Yeah, it's good. That doesn't look awkward to me. I mean, it's different for you.
This looks fine. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it was before.
Sure. So now you're able to get to that finish again. We have more weight in your heel right there. It's like 50-50, or actually you're 65-35. So that's pretty good. So you're more into your heel on that left side. So that just means, again, as you're opening up, that's where the weight would go. So yeah, we're using the ground to influence your turns, and I think it'll help you generate some power too as it really starts to flow.
Right.
Does that make sense?
So just generally speaking, we're trying to really sit in that back leg more, just put the weight on that, and coming through, we're trying to get into that, I guess, bottom left.
Yeah, and always making sure we're dynamic with it too. Like I want to make sure I'm pushing, right? So, just
Moving from one to the other.
yeah, exactly.
Pushing.
Yeah, and that's, yep. And as you push, that creates turn.
Right.
So, make sense?
Yeah, it makes complete sense. It's just
All right.
good to actually see it.
Cool. Let me see you hit a few more with it, okay?
All right. Loose, getting in that back position, and move the weight into your foot and move off of it.
Correct.
I'm literally just sitting here doing this.
Yep.
Use these things,
Yep. They're there for a reason.
It's cool to actually
Biggest muscles in the body. We want them.
don't do life in the gym if you're not going to use them.
Oh yeah. Get around. There it is. Nice. You can see it's just starting. It's just a slightly smaller draw. Oh yeah, that's. See, now we're down to like 4 degrees. Starting just a little bit to right, and
The more I can just let it go, the more I'll let the face stop,
yep.
letting it do what it's going to do because of the new shit.
Yeah, you'll be less afraid for sure. All right, so that's our lesson right there with Brandon. A couple of things to just recap the lesson. What we did see was, you might have saw I had sensors on his body. We were checking his rotational numbers in 3D. Not a big video guy to check that. It's just really hard to do. So what we were able to see was, as by him changing how his pressure worked, we were able to get about 13 more degrees in the backswing direction of rotation. We also were able to get about 15 more degrees in the downswing direction. And again, you saw in the lesson, we weren't doing that by telling him to turn more or turn more on the way through. We were telling him to use his pressure, understand the ground a little bit more. Those types of forces are what create rotation. So something you'll start seeing as you go through is, all right, if you watch it again, all right, how does he start understanding, feeling the ground? How's it letting him fire? How's it letting him get more effortless power? That's all of a sudden going to let him start to get open instead of him just thinking, I got to rotate. So again, if you enjoyed the video, hopefully you'll click subscribe down below. Make sure you give us a comment. Let us know your favorite part, or if you have any questions, we'd love to be able to answer them for you. And again, if you like it, we'll have more live videos in the future. So we look forward to seeing you then. And thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video.